On 9 April 2020, Liam, PM and MTA have jointly pledged 8 million ringgit for COVID test fund in the support of the ministry's effort to conduct more COVID tests for Malaysians. In a joint statement, they said that the CTF would benefit at least 26,000 policyholders in Malaysia.
Hey guys, welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to share with you on the latest updates of Malaysian life insurance and why is it so important to get ourselves protected during the COVID-19 season. Before we begin, this channel is all about financial, money tips and insurance updates. If you're interested in these kind of topics, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell button so that you get notified on my future videos. COVID-19 Test Fund is a special fund which provides reimbursement up to 300 ringgit for the COVID-19 test. COVID-19 test costs between 350 to 700 ringgit today. So if you are performing a COVID-19 test today, you'll be able to get a relief of 300 ringgit if you are a policy owner who owns at least one medical related insurance and you have been referred by the medical doctor to perform tests at MOH, Ministry of Health certified labs, and are deemed to be as a PUI or a direct contact with a positive case of COVID-19. Provided that your insurance policy has to be in force as of 27 March 2020 and also at the time when the COVID-19 test is being conducted. Now, if you are doing the COVID-19 test on your own without a doctor's recommendation, then you are not eligible for this reimbursement. So if you are having a fever today, you want to find out whether you're having COVID-19, the first step that you should do is go and see a doctor first. If the doctor thinks that you do own the symptoms of COVID-19, that's when they will write you a letter and refer you to the MOH certified labs where you can conduct the test. So that's where you can get the reimbursement for the cost that you incur. The CTF is available to Malaysians on a first-come, first-served basis, and it will stop once the 8 million quota has been exhausted. If you're wondering how to get this benefit, you may apply it through myctf.my. What if you have more than one medical insurance policy? Can you claim multiple times? The answer is no. CTF made it specific that one person can only claim up to 300 ringgit one time per test. Next question, why is it so important to get ourselves protected during the MCO period? Coronavirus existed as early as November or December last year, and it took months for the virus to spread to a global peak like today. So if we want to contain the virus down and bring the infections down, it may take us even longer. It may take months or years to bring the virus down. So we are just not sure how long this pandemic will be ending. In fact, this pandemic is something that we have never encountered in our life before, and not even our parents. They have not experienced this kind of pandemic as well. So uncertainties is definitely there, especially on the economy and also on our health. So given the facts here, the more reasons that we got to get ourselves protected today with insurance. Especially when COVID-19 patients who have been discharged from the hospitals, they may develop lungs and respiratory related complications in the future because coronavirus could cause the damage to the lungs. Even though we are recovered and we are discharged from the hospital, our lung functionality could not go back to 100%. So it will take some time for the patients to heal up and get back the capacity of 100%. So this process may take months or maybe years to heal up. How do we know whether we are protected enough today? The solution is we got to review our policy today on the risks and uncertainties of our protections. For example, the benefits of our existing policies are the benefits that we enjoy on par with our current lifestyles. So what about the sum assured? Are they enough for our current life? For example, life insurance, is my coverage enough for my family to sustain for their future living expenses? The optimum amount for a life insurance of a breadwinner is that a breadwinner should get themselves covered at least 10 times of their annual income. So for example, if a breadwinner is earning 100,000 every year, then the minimum amount of life insurance that he should enter is at least 1 million ringgit. So that if he can't make it home tomorrow, the family would have at least 10 years of living expenses to make use of and to continue on their life. Medical insurance. Is my medical insurance enough for me to cover for my future medical bills? Policies that are 20 or 30 years ago, the coverage were as low as 30,000 or 50,000 per annum. If you have not been updating your insurance policy, it is time to do it now. It is suggested that you should at least go in with a 1 million medical policy that's in place. A lot of companies are introducing at least 1 million policy on medical insurance already, and some have even gone up to 2 or 3 million. Critical illness. As mentioned just now, COVID-19 patients who have been discharged may still develop lung complications problems, so getting ourselves protected with critical illness is also something to look into. So the optimum amount for critical illness coverage should be around 2 to 5 years of a person's income. But rest assured, if you can't afford the kind of amount on this protection, you can always go in a smaller amount to get yourself a basic protection first. Nomination. I believe that most of us have at least more than one insurance policies in place. We may have bought policies when we were single, and today we may be married with kids. So when we were single, normally people would nominate siblings or their parents as their nominees. So if you have in mind that you want to change a nominee today, you may do it so today. Other details such as address, riders, and your payment method. Now, talking about other details here, I recall that I have this client who was so busy with his work back then that he hardly kept track on his insurance payments. Recently, he called me and told me that he realized his card had been charged twice for insurance payments, so he asked me to see if something was wrong. So after checking, we realized that the second payment charged to his card was not for his insurance policy, but in fact, it was for his ex-girlfriend's policy. Yes, you didn't get it wrong. It was meant for his ex-girlfriend's policy. Okay, he was acting as the payer of his ex-girlfriend's policy, and he didn't update it after they got broke up. And the funny thing was, they have already broke up for at least 5 years when he realized this problem. So luckily he managed to delete off his name as a payer, and he managed to get back his money for these recent transactions. So he said the lesson is expensive, but luckily he managed to get it sorted today. So don't underestimate other details in your policies. What if you're done with your review and you realize that there's a need for you to take up insurance during this MCO? So is it possible for you to take up insurance during the MCO? The answer is yes, it is possible. You can still apply for insurance policy today, even without a physical meeting with your agent. All you need to do is just to have a virtual meeting or a video call with your agent, tell them your concern, and work out a plan together. Upon agreement, all you need to do is just take a selfie of yourself and your IC. Send to your agent, and you're all good to proceed with your application. It is just as easy as that. So if you need to get yourself and your family protected, you can just do it today. Don't wait until MCO is lifted, because we have no idea when this pandemic is going to end. It is better to plan it out for yourself today. The best insurance is always the insurance that has been enforced. Is COVID-19 covered by insurance? Yes. In fact, if you're applying for a new medical insurance today, there's no longer a waiting period for COVID-19. As long as the policy owner is diagnosed with COVID-19 after the policy gets approved, then he will be eligible to claim for the benefit. What if I'm not healthy and I still want to get an insurance policy? Now, in this case, you may consider non-underwriting policies, which means that you don't have to undergo any medical checkup. The approval is 100% as long as you fulfill the criteria of the insurance companies. Different insurance companies have launched different insurance policies which are catered for people who are not healthy. For example, cancer survivors, people with diabetes reading, hypertension, and also high cholesterol reading. So these people can explore non-underwriting policies and still get approved. If you're healthy, always apply back with the normal insurance because the non-underwriting policies are usually more expensive. What if I'm not able to pay for my insurance premium during the MCO? Insurance companies have launched a Deferment of Premium Payment program, which provides the deferment of 3 months insurance premiums for policy owners who have financial difficulty. Unlike banks, it is not automated. Policy owners who want to benefit from it will need to apply with the insurance companies and is subject to approval. Bear in mind that this is just a deferment and it's not a waiver of premium, which means that after the 3 months of deferment, the policy owner would need to pay a lump sum of amount owed to the insurance company. For example, if the insurance premium is 100 ringgit every month, on the 4th month, the policy owner will need to pay a total up to 400 ringgit to the insurance company. There are still other options other than DPP. If your payment premium has always been annual, you may choose to change it to quarterly or monthly so that you get more flexibility on your cash flow. Or you can choose to convert your insurance into a paid up option, which simply means that it is deemed that you have fully paid up for your policy at the cost of reducing your coverage. If your insurance policy is an investment-linked plan and you have enough cash inside your account, you can choose to enjoy premium holiday, which simply means that you don't have to pay for your insurance premium at the moment and the value inside will take care of your coverage. These options are useful if you really have no cash or you're on a tight cash budget today for your living expenses. If not, it is always advisable for you to continue your payments with the insurance policy because eventually you will still need to pay for them anyways. How can I review my own policies? You can always ask help from your agent, or you can even do it yourself through the online self-service portals meant for the customers. Insurance companies in Malaysia have launched apps and portals for their customers since 1 or 2 years ago to encourage their customers to get a quick overview of their insurance policy on a real-time basis. Through the apps or the portals, customers will be able to look for their real-time details such as the policy number, the commencement date, the benefits, nomination, the fund value, and other details on the real-time basis. To encourage the green environment, insurance company no longer send a hard copy of yearly statements to customer. In fact, customer can also download the yearly statements from the portal itself. Another great benefit is that if you own more than one policies with the same company, you'll be able to see all your policy details in the same page. And all the details that are stated in the app are latest and updated. Without the hassle of flipping through your hard copy, you'll be able to retrieve important information like your nomination and address from the app itself. So guys, I hope that you find these insurance updates helpful to you. And I wish everyone to stay safe and stay healthy at all times. If you like my video today, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the like button and comment down below. I'll see you again in my next video. Bye!